Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, Pause Menu Society. I'm one of your hosts, Derrick Daniel Ocean. That's super producer Big Money Sterl. And today we have joining us for her first episode with Pause Menu Society. We got family in the business, a family affair. We like to keep
You
it all in
feel
the
me?
family. The diamond in the motherfucking rough. The
That's what
princess,
they call me.
the princess of Pause Menu Society. Diamond is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. All right. All right. Now, program reminders. Kobe is out tonight. He went to see Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I did see it last week. Um,
Is it
I have
good?
some thoughts. I think it's good. There's what was that? Oh, was that so?
Yeah, that was Zola.
I think somebody just jumped in the Discord. Okay, what's up, Court? What's going on, Court?
Well, you said
Okay.
you needed another person, so there you go.
Yeah, so we got Court in there. I have my thoughts. I would give it 8.5 out of 10. I think Tom was amazing. I think Zendaya was amazing. I think John Bernthal was amazing as the Punisher. Um, and this is not a spoiler because he's literally in the trailer. There is one caveat I have, and it's not about the actor. It's about the story. And here's my thing, and I've said this a million times. Somebody's got an echo somewhere. Can y'all hear that?
Mhm. We
Like,
turned off the other mics though, so it should be good.
Diamond's doing a sound check real quick. Um, so okay, so you muted yourself here, Diamond. You might have your speakers on the laptop. I don't know if that's it. Check, check. You're muted. I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
sorry. So it says that I'm using my headphones.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I
Hmm.
hear it though. And that's why I started muting myself to see like maybe it's coming from like somewhere else or
Turn
something.
turn turn the volume down just a little bit for me. Um, what I was going to say is this. I don't have a problem with the actress. My problem with a lot of the MCU stuff, I understand early on before they reacquired the rights from Fox to have the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and before they made the deal with Sony to allow Spider-Man to be a part of the MCU, there were certain things you had to do, so you had to take certain liberties. Like when in the Infinity War comics series, the comic arc, it's the Silver Surfer that crashes into the Sanctum Sanctorum because they had yet to reacquire Fantastic Four and the X-Men from Fox. It was the Hulk in the Infinity War movie that crashed through there. So stuff like that I totally get. Um it's just kind of the way that they introduced somebody. I was not a huge fan of that. And it's more the story that they gave. And my thing is this, the source material exists, so use it. Like there's a big MacGuffin, and I wouldn't really fill in that. But Spider-Man Brand New Day is out. I would advise everybody to go see it if you're a fan. If you look over my head right here where my finger is, that is a Spider-Man. It's a cover of a comic, but it's encased in glass. It's like it's really dope. It's one of my favorite pieces that I have up here. Anyway, second of that, Grand Theft Auto 6 is
Oh,
coming
can't
in
wait.
November. Exactly, right? Um, so we got news today. We kind of talked about this in the group chat. I know Amy is down. Kobe's more than likely going to join us as well. So usually about this time, Rockstar would start rolling out trailers. They would show you like the game hub, the world, and all that stuff, gameplay trailer. They are locking it behind Netflix for 6 hours. So the day that it premieres on August 27th, it will premiere at 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Netflix, and then 6 hours later, it will be available on the Rockstar YouTube channel, which I don't have an issue with. It's 6 hours is not that big of a deal. A lot of people are complaining like, yo, they're paywalling this. It's gone too far. This is a part of the bigger conversation that people have been having about the fact that Sony decided to cease production of actual game discs starting January 2028. And I understand why people are upset, but my point to everybody who's still complaining about this, we all signed up for this and we all agreed to this. And everybody's like, no, we didn't. Yes, we did. The minute we started consuming our films on Netflix and Hulu Plus and Amazon Prime Video and Disney Plus, you signed up for it. With the minute we started consuming our music on our cell phones, we signed up for it. The minute you got in the car, and when was the last time somebody bought a CD? Now, I can tell you the last time I bought one was March, I think, March or April. I still buy physical media. I have a pretty big record collection. I still have a ton of my CDs. I have 2 cassette tapes and I don't have a cassette tape player. I still believe in physical media. But the minute we all agreed to do all this digital stuff, we signed up for this. So you can't be mad at Sony. And furthermore, if you're like the PC people complaining is even stranger because my PC doesn't have a disk drive, and I know a lot of other people's PCs don't have disk drives. They barely even make towers that support disk drives anymore. When you buy a game from Steam, it's digital. When you buy a game from Epic Game Store, it's digital. It's all digital. So the conversation that everybody's having, this greater conversation about how Sony is wrong for doing this, I think this is just very fucking misguided. Joseph, what's going on, brother? It's a very misguided conversation. I think it needs to stop. Like, we signed up for this. Like, literally not many people actually still play CDs. Literally not many people go grab a DVD off the shelf and put it in a DVD player and watch TV. We're all streaming content. So I don't know why this is such a big deal. But August 27th, again, we will be covering that. I know Amy's going to be in on that. If by the time you guys are hearing this episode, Amy has taken a quasi step back. She's still a member of the podcast team. She is just in a reduced role because she is taking over her father's business because he is retiring. She is still very much Pause Menu Society, and I need y'all to understand that. But she will be on for special stuff, generally gaming stuff. I don't think I have anything else crazy. Strange. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. If you're in the Discord, give me a thumbs up or type in the chat if you can hear us. I don't know why I can't type right now. Okay, I'm not sure what happened.
What's up?
Court was saying she couldn't hear us.
Is it because our mics are muted?
I don't know. She said she could hear us initially. If you're listening to this episode, we apologize. This is the first time we're trying basically a live audience while we record. So we're kind of working out the bugs and stuff right now. Forget what I was saying. Where was I? Yeah, so Amy is taking a step back, but she's still very much part of the team. She will be a part initially of our gaming coverage as a whole. She's still going to very much be part of the team. She's just taking a reduced role. Now that we've got all of that out of the way, let's get into some of the topics. First of all, and this is really strange that I'm reporting on this, but I have to. Of all the things the Senate would vote on today, this one actually kind of made me smile. U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt, Republican from the state of Missouri, introduced S.Res.833 today, a resolution recognizing the 1960 Missouri football team, its Orange Bowl win and claim to the national championship. They voted and they approved this. So for the 1960 season of I can't even think of the fucking word. Division I college football, the University of Missouri is now recognized as national champion. So big clap for the Tigers, man. Big clap for the Tigers. MIZZOU, you know what it is.
But I don't
man.
know if I'm really clapping for them, but like, you're right, I'll give them a clap. Because that's your team. That's not everybody's team, though. That's the thing.
That's not everybody's team.
Not that I got a college team, but like, big kudos to what they doing. That's good.
I'm just saying, like, it's MIZZOU all the fucking time. Shout out to my fellow Tigers. So shout out to all the good sons and good daughters out there.
What made them do that though? I'm confused.
Well, everybody else. So initially there was no national champion, and I don't want to go into a long thing about this. Some guy, the guy who basically created the first poll, was like, he's just basically like, based on metrics and stuff like this, and based on strength of schedule, before strength of schedule was a thing, based on who you play and this, that, and the third, this team went undefeated. So I would call them the national champions. So at this point, Knute Rockne was still at Notre Dame. So Knute Rockne was like, okay, well, use your formula, go back and check all these other years. And then Notre Dame got to claim all these national titles from before the national championship was a thing. So then all these other teams, they're using this metric and they're like, oh, so then we would be the national champion this year. So for all these years, everybody else has got to do it, but the University of Missouri never really did it. Now, this is the 100th anniversary of Faurot Field. The north end zone is complete. The stadium is completely enclosed. It looks absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to get to Columbia for a game. But I mean, it is strange that they're doing it now. But at the same time, if everybody else is going to claim their natties, why the fuck can't we claim ours? Like, finally, we have something. Yeah, we still, Missouri does not have a Heisman winner. Like, this is our first and only national championship. I know Courtney probably in the chat typing some crazy stuff right now. But I'm show me state, man. Missouri born, Missouri bred. When I die, I'll be Missouri dead, man. So my allegiance to the black and gold is like, yay fucking high. It's taller than I am. So I really appreciate this. I know it's kind of a phantom national championship, but fuck it. We'll take it, man. We'll take it. Because we got
Kansas,
fucked over.
And we going for Kansas over here. K-State, KU over MU any day. So what's up? Did you forget?
You think I forgot? No, but I'm just saying, we literally just smashed y'all last year. And then we gonna go up to... There was the first year Mizzou and Kansas played since Mizzou left the Big 12. We will be back in y'all stadium this season to smash y'all again. I just want that on record. I want that on record.
Not K-State though. KU.
We beat K-State. We beat K-State the year that we went to the Cotton Bowl. Two seasons ago? 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Times have changed, Papa.
All right, man. All right, I tell you what. We will revisit this conversation the next time K-State ends up on Missouri's schedule. How about that? Good?
Yes,
all right.
good.
So, Dymon, we like to start our show off with something from our friends over at Six Brown Chicks. It's a Twitter account where people write in with their indiscretions and their transgressions, and people give them advice. So every Wednesday, they take 6 submissions, and we like to read a couple of them on our show. So,
okay, let's do it.
Let's just start on out. So, here's the first one. I fell for the soft life fantasy and became a mistress to a married white man who looks just like a young Billy Idol. Look at your face. We met on TikTok. He always posts about the magic of black women and how he's lucky to marry his queen. In real life, he's a modern Satanist who rocks the black leather and platinum hair, too. We went on several dates. He treats me well. In bed, however, he's rough and says the most vile, inappropriate things. For example, he said if anything ever happened to me, he would make a leather vest out of me. You should have stopped fucking with son right there.
Nigga tell you they go. I'm like, is she okay, though? Like, I want to know, is she okay? Because she don't sound like she's there.
There's so much more. But if a nigga tell you he's going to make you into clothes, that is your first clue to get the fuck out of there.
Sex with you, you going to tell me you going to make me into a leather jacket? I'm done with you.
That's like Mr. Burns on that one episode where he had all those clothes made out of like gorillas and shit like that. Anyway, his bites are painful, but he calls it foreplay. I told him I didn't like his bedroom behavior, and he said, don't speak to me about what you want again. You're a non-factor. Nobody would miss you. Remember that. He then cashed at me money and asked, are you hungry? Let's eat. She said, I don't like how I feel after sex with him, but I'm too broke to leave him right now. How do I take power away from him in the bedroom? If I had more leverage in that one area, we could build a good life together. Advice.
It's going to end up dead.
I'll be honest, there's no advice to give her because you're grown and you can't be taught anything that you already don't know. Like at this point, you're in your ways. So I just think she needs to go find the person that's for her. Like, that's too
So
aggressive for me. Like, you bite me and you told me you was going you basically just told me that once I'm dead, like, you gonna make me into a trophy or something.
this this is disgusting on so many levels.
But wait, you're echoing.
So now, okay, so for whatever reason, they can hear y'all in the Discord, but they can't hear me, which is strange. I don't know. So, you guys, I promise we will work this out by the next episode. We will figure this out. Um, there's other ways, but we'll have to figure those out. Anyway, this is strange as fuck. This is strange as fuck.
Yes.
People have fetishes, and I'm not here to kink shame at all. My only issue is, you can't tell me that you're gonna make me into a vest.
That's what I'm saying.
Bye-bye. We're out of here. Right then and then, like, get the are you crazy?
On God. I'm gone.
Sterl, go ahead.
Y'all don't even want me to even contemplate. Yeah,
no, please do. Please do.
Baby girl says she too broke, so she can't leave him. Okay. Now, when he
that
wearing
like
your skin around it,
yeah,
when he wearing your skin around that motherfucker, don't say nothing. That's all. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, people do some strange things for some money. But
this
yeah,
nigga's Leatherface on the low. This is crazy.
For a piece of change.
Yeah. For a cash app. That's wild.
Look, get your money, sweetheart. Get your money. However, at the same time, this just is not a good idea. You gotta go. You got to go. You telling the rest of us and asking us for advice is not going to help you when, like, this shit is deeper than like the shit that happened to homeboy on Get Out and whatnot. Like, but also that's crazy. A motherfucker living in your body and controlling your consciousness. I was gonna say
that one was a little bit worse.
yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes all money ain't good money.
That's a fact.
All money ain't good money. Like Cole said it, that I forget the record. It's on 2014 Forest Hills Drive. He was like, "The good thing is, nigga, you came a long way. The bad thing is, nigga, you went the wrong way. Think being broke was better." And I think being broke is better in this situation. This just does not seem like. I'm just like, nah, maybe, just maybe, I don't want to be a nigga's self-made Calvin Klein jacket. Just doesn't sound like a fun thing to do. It just doesn't sound very Derrick-y. So yeah, I'll be like, nah, I'ma chill. You got it, Playboy. Well, how you gonna pay your rent? Hey, it's worse things than being homeless, my nigga. Being your clothes is definitely one of them.
Look, and as a woman, you gotta have your own. So she telling the world that she's broke is not an excuse to not go get a job. Like, what do you mean? So basically, you just exit that out of your whole, like, out of all the options. Like, you just said I wasn't gonna go get a job.
So I'm gonna deal with Leatherface over here. Crazy in the motherfucker.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy.
Like, yeah, Leatherface got her in a chokehold for real. She must like something in the room, because ain't no way. I promise you, ain't no way.
Okay, well, sweetheart, that's all we got for you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'd rather be broke than be a nigga's jacket. I just doesn't seem fun to me. Like, this nigga gonna turn your, like, real talk, y'all want to hear something crazy, and I will show y'all the pictures later. So we are right now in post-production on our current film. This is our 4th full-length feature, by the way. So this dude, when we worked on the last one, it was Absolution. On the way to Alton, he has like this land, like right before you cross over the bridge and go into Alton. So we shot on his land, and he told James, he was like, if y'all need anything in the future, like anywhere else to shoot, I got several properties. So one of the properties is around the corner from your dad's crib. You know what I'm saying? So, talking to Sterl. So what happened was his dad lives about 5 minutes from your dad, and he also has a warehouse right around the corner from where your dad lives. If you come out the subdivision and go to your right, his warehouse is like right there. So we shot there. We shot at his father's house. His father died. His father also has property on a man-made lake. It's fucking incredible. So when I walk in, we're shooting at the lake property one day. I walk in and I was like, what in the entire fuck is going on here? You remember the original Jumanji with Robin Williams?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the
Yes.
nigga came out the gun hunting him with the big ass musket? That's who I think
Yeah.
this old man was. I think this old man was him. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? James was like, if you think this is something, you ain't seen nothing yet. We're shooting at his dad's house. Wait till you get there. My nigga, I walked in. This nigga was a big game hunter. He had a stuffed cheetah just sitting there. The nigga had elephant tusk just chilling in the fucking corner. And then on top of that, you go in the living room. This nigga had Mufasa, Scar, a whole grizzly bear just fucking stuffed in that motherfucker. This
Yeah,
was
I'm
the
good.
kicker. No, this was the kicker. And this one I was like, this nigga is sick. He had stools made of elephant hoofs. Like, I'm dead ass fucking serious.
Unfortunately, in the hunting world,
It's
that's
low
pretty
key kind of
fucking normal.
cool.
Yeah. I mean,
When
I
I
wouldn't
show
say it's
y'all these
cool, but it's, yeah, there's still some shit up with it, but that's low key normal in what they do.
So you deep in the
I'm gonna send
hunting
y'all the
world
pictures.
still?
No, I don't hunt shit. Not a motherfucking thing. But I know a lot of hunters growing up in
He said not
in
a
the country and shit.
motherfucking thing.
Not a
I don't
motherfucking
hunt
thing. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Mounting, okay. The sad thing is, if you hit a deer or a badger or something like that, that's shit that people will mount. Mounting fish, if you don't cook it and cut it, cut it and cook it, that's
Yeah.
normal. Elephant fucking stools is nuts, bro. And
It
then just
is.
having the
You're right. It is. That is crazy. Stool is crazy. You're right.
this nigga was I'm telling you, he was the old man from Jumanji, and I'm standing on that shit, and I don't get no fuck.
But you know how big that probably is? It's probably insane.
When I send y'all the pictures, I'm gonna send you the pictures later, and y'all gonna be like, "There's no fucking way this really happened." I'm like, "No, dead ass, this is real." All right, so our second 6 brown chick story. Oh boy,
They only got to get worse at this point. If that's the first one.
this one's interesting. This female spent $1,300 on a gender reveal that nobody asked for. Our baby wasn't planned, and I'm not her man. Not being in all capital letters. My wife and kids don't need to be bothered with this shit. I told her to. Your face is priceless. This is what we do every week. This is what we do every week.
That nigga
Talking
said,
about-
don't come around here with that foolishness fucking
He
around.
said, I got a
you.
wife at home. You spent $13K. That was on you, mama.
Mhm.
Go deal with that.
He said, I told her to cancel it. She told me to pay her the money she spent. I refused. She rebranded her gender reveal to a new nigger reveal, where she's popping out with her new man, an op of mine. I swear she's trying to lure me over there to spray the place. I don't want to go back to jail, but she's pushing my buttons, and she may make me. Why is she posting pictures of my op with his hand on her pregnant belly? That's my baby. I'm going crazy over here. Advice.
Wait, whoa, my
You
nigga.
can't go crazy. You don't want to join. You didn't want to pay shit.
Fuck
Well,
that.
I'm
Nigga,
crazy
this is
now.
the game.
I don't
What
give a
happened to the capital letters? Not my baby.
It's not his.
That's
It's not his girl.
It's his baby, but he's not claiming her until she popped up with a nigga that he got beef with. My dude, the game is the motherfucking game.
Game. Look, it's the game of
You-
life. You roll
you got
that
a whole
dice. Shit.
You got a wife and kids
This
at
is
home.
yours.
What the fuck are you talking about? You got a wife and kids at home. How are you having, like, logistically, the fact that you sit down to even write this question is frying me the fuck
Diabolical.
up.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking diabolical. Nigga, the game is the game. Now you want to go spray the block down? 'Cause
Yeah.
she turned. Now, let me tell you this right here, right now. Turning a gender, first of all, I don't know who asked for gender reveals. That's part of the social media era. Nobody did that shit back in the day. You had a baby shower and you moved the fuck on, right? This gender reveal shit is some social media shit. It is what it is. I'm not a hater. The shit just ain't for Derrick, right?
Boy.
I'm just saying. Now, turning a gender reveal into a new nigga reveal is also kind of
It's-
crazy.
I ain't never heard of that one before. Lord, please make her famous, because that's what she was looking for that one. Like, never
See,
heard
the
of that
problem,
one before. A new nigga revealed for a baby that's not even his. That's his ops.
he
That is crazy,
what
Derek.
what happened to niggas putting on the Burberry shirt and going to the baby shower? What happened to that?
They still
Please,
do that. They
do
still
they?
be doing. Yeah.
Well, first of all, what happened to the time where men didn't go to baby showers? And I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying it wasn't like they would throw guys' diaper parties. Your
Yes.
homeboys bought a bunch of beer and they brought you some diapers. Like, here you go, you
Oh,
bitch ass nigga, let's party.
that's what y'all
That's the
do?
way nobody threw me one. Nobody, niggas didn't give no fuck about what I was going through. It didn't matter.
Everybody's story is different, but like I didn't know that's what they
Yeah,
did. I've
Yeah,
always
that's what
known
they do.
like baby
I've been to a few diaper
showers.
parties.
Yeah, that's cool, but maybe because I'm also not a man, so like I don't know nothing about that
Yeah.
life.
It's just like women have a bridal shower and they have a bachelorette party. The man gets a bachelor's party and that's it. And then his homeboys are like, "Are you sure you want to get married?" That's what like if one of your niggas getting married, it's
Yeah.
always one nigga in the crew like Bill Bellamy and the brothers. You sure you want to do this, Terry? Terry, you better think about this. Terry, what the fuck is up with you? Next thing you
Right.
know, your ex-fiance outside of your man's house in her bridal gown letting the thing off. But Terry knew better because she was at the fucking at the gun range like what twice a week.
Yeah.
She said Terry knew better than that. That's on Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, men don't get that. We don't get that. Nobody threw me a diaper party or anything like
Men
that.
don't get a lot of things in like when it comes to like big celebrations like that, like wedding, babies and stuff. I feel like I don't want to say that man is like left out, but like it's not really
No,
about
that's
him.
what it is. The man is left out, and that's fine. It's really not for men. It's for
It's
It's
not.
for
it's
the
for the women and
woman.
her family.
Yeah.
So that's understandable. Dude just got to stop being tender. For one, nigga, if she could have
said it.
posted my op or whatever, and that would have been
Go
cool.
some
You just gave me
balls.
my out. Peace.
Well, I see, and I'm not gonna lie, my head was in the same place, thorough. The only problem is DNA. Now, if the op signs the birth certificate, whether it's his kid or not, he signed the
That's
birth
his
certificate, so
baby.
it's on him at that point. If he signs the
Legally.
birth certificate. However, that almost never happens. There's usually some issue
That
because
happens before then, before the baby even come, and she gonna be a single mama. I want you to know that, and everybody
100%,
else.
you're right.
She gonna be
We
a
in the
single
same
mama.
place.
Yes.
Because when they have their first big argument, he could be like, "Well, bitch, that ain't my baby anyway." And that's where that's where the divide is going to come. In order for for the op to be stuck with that child, he would have to sign the birth certificate. If he does not, mama's
Unless he
baby,
really
papa's
like her,
maybe.
unless he really like her, because this stepdaddies out here be stepping up these days. Look at my stepdad;
This
he
is true.
stepped up. So they be
This is
stepping up
true.
these days. So like he could really like her, and even if he does really like her, problems still could come because of him. Which
My
could
thing
make
is
this is drama, and I don't do drama, but like
the game is the fucking
take them
game.
to
You got a wife and kids.
Maury. They need to go on Maury or something and figure it out.
Is Maury still a thing? Considering,
Nah,
like,
I think he died.
okay,
Honestly,
Yeah, I think I don't think he's around no more. Yeah,
yeah,
no, Maury expired, cuz?
yeah. I think he
so.
died.
No, y'all lying to me.
We might be putting some on him. No, hold
I
on.
don't want to put nothing on him, but I know his
Y'all
show
ain't even-
definitely
Y'all
ended.
ain't sure. No, he's still alive. He's 87 years old though.
Yeah, he's still alive.
The show just ended in 2022.
That nigga was born in
I'm
1939.
I'm sorry,
God,
Maury.
1939. This nigga lived through World War II. Are you crazy?
Hey, look, what a time to be alive.
Maury a soldier, man. You can't get rid of niggas like that. But check this out.
I didn't mean to
You
say
got
he
a wife?
was dead though. Dang, that's
No.
bad.
Well, I mean,
I thought he was. I thought when they said the show ended, I thought that's what they meant, like he was dead.
No.
Because how they put, social media be over exaggerating stuff. So like,
oh, they done killed Eddie Murphy on social media at least 3 good times. You're like, yo, is Eddie good? The nigga was like, I'm fine. And this is before Charlie died. So when Charlie Murphy died, I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, they kill that nigga Eddie every 2 years. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, Charlie Murphy did pass away. The game is the game, as I stated. You got a wife and 2 kids. You gotta hear on some bullshit. And look, dog, I'm gonna give you niggas the cheat code, even though I don't really want to do this. If you're a man and you want to be out here dabbling in the streets and you clearly don't like to use rubbers and you ain't one to pull out, go get snipped. Go get the fucking vasectomy. Just do it. Like that way you don't have to worry about it. Can't nobody try to free case you.
So
Now,
you telling me you would cut your balls off, like, basically?
that's not what happens, Diamond. They so
Said basically. I mean, that's basically what they doing. Like, I know they can, like, put it back
it could
together
be
so that it can
reversed.
work again. But, like, what I'm saying is, you willing to let them play with, like, not really play with you like that, but,
Whoa,
like,
that's
take it off?
that's a fucking crazy thing to
Sorry.
say.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but, like, I don't know how to
No, I
say
get
it.
it. I get it. Here's my thing. If I was just out here throwing dick around, yeah, I don't want you don't want that out there, man. Look,
Yeah, you creating broken homes. It's best that you just
yeah,
don't do it. That should be your first thing to say.
exactly. So if you're going to, and even this, condoms break,
Yes, they have holes in
and
everything.
and women be on birth control and still
That
end
shit
up
don't
pregnant.
work.
So
That
that's
99% chance, more women I met that was on birth control that still got pregnant was on birth control.
Hello, Kennedy's a birth control baby. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. So
She's a strong one. She made it through it. She said, "I'm gonna
she's a
come
fighter, man.
regardless."
Yo, don't say come with my daughter in the same sentence. What's up with you? What is up with you?
No, you're crazy.
But yeah, if y'all gonna do that, just go get snipped, bro. Like, don't. It's too much of a hassle. Like, your wife finding out you were cheating is one thing. If she found out because of this baby, that would be a totally different thing. And the fact of the matter is, you have to explain that to your children, and like that kid is like it's just like you said, it can create broken homes and shit like that. Don't
Yes.
do it. But also, nigga, don't come asking us for no advice. You knew what the fuck this was when you got involved. Now you mad because she got another nigga holding on to her belly. That's my baby.
Your
But
old
nigga, you
nigga.
like
His old
yeah,
nigga.
yeah, like you sound crazy as shit, dog.
Yeah, dude,
I'm not
crazy
hearing
as
that
hell.
shit. I'm not hearing that shit. So anyway,
You either
that's that. I
pimping
hope
or you
we helped
simping.
you.
What is you doing?
Sound like a little bit of both on this man end. I'm not gonna hold you. So next month it'll be 30 years since our good brother Tupac Amaru Shakur left us, born Lashane Crooks. Tupac's murder trial is finally here 30 years after the infamous hip hop crime. The rapper's 1996 killing is headed for a courtroom showdown at last. Here's everything you need to know. This comes from Billboard. Jury trial for a man accused of masterminding the murder of Tupac Shakur is finally set to start next week, more than 3 decades after the rap legend's 1996 killing. The Las Vegas drive-by shooting that killed Tupac has long been one of music's greatest unsolved mysteries. But Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was arrested in September 2023 and charged with first-degree murder over alleged allegations that he orchestrated the attack. After 3 years of litigation and appeals, a trial will at last kick off Monday morning, August 10th, with jury selection in Las Vegas courtroom. After a jury is picked, the proceedings are expected to run at least 4 weeks. If he's convicted at the end, Davis, who is now 63, could be sentenced to life in prison without parole. Despite previous statements in which he linked himself to the shooting, Davis now steadfastly maintains his innocence. Quote, "I wasn't in Nevada, period," Davis said in a local television interview last week. Aye, dog. On the night of September 7th, 1996, Shakur was in the passenger seat of a car driven by Death Row Records boss Suge Knight after a Mike Tyson boxing match in Las Vegas. When they stopped at a red light, a white Cadillac pulled up beside them and the shooter in the back seat opened fire, striking Shakur 4 times. He died 6 days later on September 13th. The killing, which came amid the infamous East Coast West Coast hip hop feud, was followed months later by the shooting of friend turned rival Notorious B.I.G. Both rappers were then at the peak of their rising careers, and the pair of shootings quickly became fixtures in American cultural history. You have two guys, two of the brightest stars to emerge out of the hip hop era in that time, and they're gone just like that, said Joel Anderson, host of Slate's Slow Burn podcast, on the killings in a 2019 interview. Despite rampant theories and rumors, no one was ever charged with either murder. Starting in 2018, Davis began talking about his own involvement in Tupac's killing. A former Crip gang leader in the 90s, Davis gave media interviews and released a 2019 memoir. Oh my fucking God, this nigga wrote a book. All right, so I can stop right there. Keefe D might not have been the one who pulled the trigger, but he's gonna go down for this. I think we all agree with this, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was set up for this. I mean, they
His whole
Well,
thing was set up.
he set himself up. This nigga was on Vlad TV for like when they finally arrested him, they were like, "We finally got him." I was like, "This nigga has been on Vlad TV for at least 3 or 4 years telling people he was in the car. The fact that it took y'all this long to get him is absolutely insane."
Insane.
So, here's
I
what
said the
we
same.
know of
He could come up with any story at this point. It's been
it's a wrap.
years. Yeah.
Wrap this nigga up. Wrap this nigga up. Here's what we know about the story, or what I can remember and I can tell you. Some of it plays out in the Tupac All Eyes on Me biopic. One of the niggas from Death Row was at the mall, and he got into it with Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, who was a Crip from the South Side. I think the South Side. I can maybe the South Side. Doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, Orlando Anderson was a Crip. A lot of niggas in Death Row was Bloods. Snoop might have been the only Crip in the
no the whole dog
Dad
pound.
Dog Pound. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all the niggas.
Daz Corrupt, Snoop. But everybody else essentially was a Blood up in Death Row. So because they're beefing with Bad Boy at this time, the nigga got stole on at the mall, and the nigga snatched his chain. Orlando Anderson snatched his chain. So this nigga runs back to Can-Am Studios, which is basically Death Row headquarters back at that time, and was like, "Yo, them Bad Boy niggas put a bounty on our chains." So at this point, it's all out war. This shit was brewing. Pac and Big was one thing. That shit goes deeper than them because it was Suge versus Puff because Wolf got killed, and that was Suge's right hand man.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was Puff's party, right, where Wolf got shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Suge blamed it on Puff. So when he went to get Pac out of jail, he was like, "Well, I don't fuck with this nigga Big anyway, so I'm riding with you. Death Row as the home team." So Pac took on that beat. What many people don't know is after he wrapped up the recording sessions for Machiavelli, and actually many people probably do know this. This was also on Vlad TV. The Outlaws said to a man, each and every one of them said, Pac said, "All right, that's enough. I'm off Biggie now. He my little brother. I spanked him. I slapped him up. I had to teach him a lesson. I'm off that now. I'm not rapping about Biggie no more." This word never got out to everybody else. So, unfortunately, months later, Big would meet his demise. However, this Orlando Anderson shit was never solved. Orlando Anderson and Keefe D happened to be in Las Vegas for the Tyson fight as well. Tyson knocked that nigga out in the first round. It was like, what, 2 minutes or something? That fight was not. Bro, that nigga Mike Tyson in his heyday was a monster. That fight was not long at all. Imagine waiting all night to see the main event and it's over that quick. So
I almost would say I'd be pissed for paying the money to even go.
right. If you're a local, if you're like a person who had to save up for that, like for a celebrity, it's like, it's just Mike being Mike. But if you somebody who saved up money and you like in the back row and shit like that, like, damn, my nigga, like I just got popcorn. What the fuck you like? Imagine being the nigga that went to get nachos and came back and everybody, yo, why the fuck is everybody in the ring? Oh yeah, Mike took that nigga out real quick. Where were you at? Nigga, I went to get some nachos. What are you talking about? Anyway, so they're walking through the hotel afterwards, and the hotel, it's a casino. So there's always cameras on. The footage is there. The nigga came to him like, "Yo, them niggas that snatched my chain is in here." So Pac, you see Pac in the camera fast as fuck. Pac, like the nigga might have been walking or something, like power walking. So Pac steps to the nigga like, "Yo, you from the South Side or whatever," and then he swung on dude, and then they started jumping them niggas. Of course, you don't really want no nigga jumping on you. This is where niggas fucked up. Pac went back to the hotel room and changed clothes. This nigga Orlando Anderson is filming like, "Yo, this nigga just the same nigga that made Brenda's Got a Baby just stole off on me." Like, fuck no. So, Pac changed. He might have got away. What happened was they were driving up and down the strip. They were headed to Suge's club. And there's that famous picture that the guy took of Pac. And then some girls happened to pull up on the side of him like, "Oh my God, Tupac. Oh my God, Pac, I love you." These niggas is like 4 or 5 cars back. Like, I wonder where the fuck this nigga is. And then you hear some girls screaming, "Oh my God, Pac, I love you." Them niggas promptly pulled up on the side and started letting off in the car. Now, again, we don't know if it was Keefe D, or if it was Orlando Anderson who pulled the trigger. Orlando Anderson, I believe, was murdered in 2002, somewhere around there. So he's not here to tell his side of the story. Unfortunately, Keefe D's stupid ass got on Vlad TV for years and told the fucking story. So when niggas come arrest you, I maintain my innocence. Nigga, you were in the car and you went on Vlad TV telling these stories. You're the last nigga that's alive that was in that car. Somebody gonna eat this body. It's you, brother.
Yeah.
I don't expect it once this goes to jury, 2 hours and it's over. That deliberation is not gonna take long. That nigga's gone immediately. I don't have it at any. It took them 4 hours to come to a verdict on OJ. I got this at 2 hours maybe, and that's 30 minutes to actually count the votes and then wait on the bailiff and shit.
It took so long, and the reason why it took so long is Tupac is too big. They're going to come up with all the evidence that they can find and more. And now you got to explain yourself 30 years later. It doesn't matter what you don't remember. Like, they're going to have evidence from where they don't remember.
He's gone.
Yes.
This nigga's going to spend the rest of his life
in prison. Yes.
It's a wrap. And
oh, dude, Orlando died in 98. So now, like...
It was a 98? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was like 2002 or something like that.
I just looked
crazy.
it up because I thought so too, but it said May 29th, 98.
Sure in the fuck did. That's fucking crazy.
Damn.
Yep. Well, okay, so damn. He was gone a year after Pac and Big. That's fucking crazy. I thought it was like 2002 or something like that.
So that makes like matters even more like...
Yeah, it was set up for somebody to take this fall. If they was never going to stop and you happen to be talking,
Mm-hmm.
cool, we're going to open this shit back up. So, yeah.
This should be a lesson to the rest of you niggas.
No, for real.
Stop going up there letting Vlad talk you into saying stupid shit on there. Like, a lot of rappers and niggas like, and not just rappers, Sammy the Bull Gravano has been on Vlad TV. Michael Francesi has been on Vlad TV. You know how many fucking bodies Sammy the Bull Gravano has on him? Like, that's fucking insane.
He can't be charged for him again. He went to jail though, so it's different.
He took immunity to flip on John Gotti and them. That's how Sammy got away.
It's the same thing. He could talk about it now. He
can't be charged for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's still like, he can talk about it, but make no mistake about it. The mafia may be laying low, but they still exist. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna get that nigga at one point. Just like Alpo came home and got on YouTube talking crazy, and then niggas took him out. People don't forget.
Mafia is so big. I want you to know you're right. Yes, they still exist. They just not out. This is
not over. They're not. It's like it's different because
it's gonna be a different time. It's gonna be the same thing, but a different time.
The thing about the mafia is
time don't die.
The thing about them is the way they used to make the bulk of their money. Most of that shit has been legalized, right? The numbers game. The government looked at it like, yo, what is this number shit everybody is doing? And what happened? They created the state and national lottery. And then the numbers game went away, right?
Yes.
Prostitution and shit like that. Well, there's OnlyFans. Why would a woman let you pimp her out when she can take pictures and put them on Instagram, OnlyFans, Twitter, et cetera, and make the money herself and not have to give you shit? You know what I'm saying? Drugs, obviously. Heroin, cocaine, shit like that, but a lot of stuff is hit with what the fuck is that? Fentanyl is killing motherfuckers every day and shit like that. Weed is now legal in a lot of fucking states. So all the ways that the mafia made their money, and protection was the biggest one. You try to shake a motherfucker down now, they calling the fucking FBI quick as shit. So go up in your local Starbucks like, yeah, the Gambino family says we want $10,000 out this location and a brown paper bag every month. Try that shit if you want to. Them baristas gonna call the FBI so quick on your motherfucking ass. your head go spin. Yeah, there go the Guido motherfucker right
Look,
there. Yeah,
especially Starbucks. They on your
yeah,
ass
yeah.
quick.
What was your name? Vincenzo? Yeah, Vincenzo. That's him right there. Go get his ass. You see how old boy Luigi clipped old boy, and I'm gonna be the first to say it, and people might not agree with this. Insurance is a scam. I don't necessarily think Luigi was wrong if he really did do it. I'm just saying they caught that nigga rather quick for my taste. I don't like
He
you
did
had a
it, but
whole
once again,
manifesto.
it's a whole bunch of shit behind that. He was sent to do it by somebody else.
And
But yeah,
I, insurance is a scam. Like they said, like they've had cures for a lot of shit. Niggas really thought that Magic Johnson was just like, look, I'm not gonna be that person, but like niggas really thought Magic Johnson was God was like, hey Magic, you used to play basketball very, very well. So I'm gonna take HIV away from you. Magic, you live a long and healthy life. Are you niggas serious? Magic had the money for the medicine it takes to combat that. That's how Magic survived, okay? Like, let's be real. And they say it all the time. There's no money in the cure. There's no money in the cure.
the
Big
money's in the
pharmaceutical
medicine.
companies, yeah, the money is in the medicine. These pharmaceutical companies would go broke if they cured everybody. So, I mean, it is what it is. Keefe D, I gotta tell you, brother, I would not want to be the nigga that goes to jail for murdering Tupac. Niggas love Tupac. Like, if it's a nigga that's universally loved, it might be Tupac. You see how, like, I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of the issue a lot of people had with Drake and that beef was that fucking AI Tupac shit. A lot of niggas was like, wait a minute, bro, you doing a lot right now with this AI Pac shit. Niggas really, really love Tupac. I would not want to be the nigga that goes to jail for killing Tupac. I just wouldn't.
Yeah,
Like
hell no.
every Mother's Day, Dear Mama gets played. You know what I'm saying? Keep Your Head Up is played at graduations and shit like that. It's just not cool being the nigga that goes to jail for murdering Pop. That's just not. It's like very low brow. It's just like, like if niggas was like, what you in for? I would tell them anything but that. But you can't lie because everybody know, like, oh, that nigga that killed Pac, he coming up here. Yeah, if they don't put that nigga, he's got to be put. He can't be put in general population.
He won't make it a week.
Yeah, they can't put him in Gen Pop. That's a body. And some niggas, especially niggas like on death row or in there for life. Oh, word, Keefe coming up in here? Yeah, this body on the house. This nigga's gone real quick. So 63 years old, my nigga. I don't know if you make it to C70 at this point. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna like. Well, I remember. Rest in peace to Proof. I forgot who it was that was with Proof, and Suge Knight walked up, and the nigga shook Suge Knight hand, and Proof slapped him like, "Don't shake that nigga hand. That's the hand that killed Tupac." Like niggas do not understand how niggas feel about Tupac Shakur. It's like a real fucking thing. That
Hell,
nigga, he's like exalted. Pac is like, you know, that nigga. My Pac might be the. To some niggas, Pac is more popular than Jesus. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not like that. May sound blasphemous, and I don't mean to be that guy. But that's how much niggas love Tupac. This just isn't a bright thing. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all the kid is saying. Um. So yeah, Keefe D. Sorry about that, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. Um. What? Boy, are you crazy? Anyway. So your man Rocky, ASAP Rocky was on Jason Lee's show.
hmm
Burning Bridges, the Drake song on Iceman. Look in the mirror, you see what dissing get you, talking about the scar that Rocky has on his cheek. Um, your baby mama ain't post a single. Damn, where's she at? Where's she at? Okay, so before I get into the story, let me make one thing very clear. Rihanna did not post the single. She posted the whole album when it went #1. Like, I don't know if they're officially married, but that's her nigga. They got 3 fucking kids. And if
That's
I'm
her
going
man.
like,
That's been
if
her
there's,
man, honestly, with 3 kids by the
yes,
same person. They still posting each
yeah,
other. That is her man. Like, no.
that's her nigga. Like,
Yes.
so,
After 3 by the
um,
same person, I promise you.
This beef
Yep.
is crazy. This is crazy. Also, we finally found out why Kendrick doesn't fuck with Game, and I covered that on my Patreon. And then
Why? You have a Patreon too?
I do. Do you want me to get it? So we'll get into that, and then we'll come to this Rocky situation. So essentially, I never peeped this, and since we talking about Pac, this is very interesting. So Pac is a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. Dot's a Gemini. Kanye, Cube, Biggie, few others. 616 in LA, right? It's one of the few records from the battle that did not make it to streaming platforms. There's an Al Green sample in it. One of the gentlemen that played in Al Green's band is Drake's uncle, and people are saying that's why the record wouldn't get cleared to go on streaming platforms. Aside from that, 616 is Pac's birthday. 617 is Kendrick's birthday. So the crux of why Dot does not really fuck with Game is because of the song 100, the Game and Drake song. Why? Well, the video was shot in Compton. And in the song, Drake says, I would have all of your fans if I didn't go pop and I stayed on some conscious shit. Of course, he was talking to Kendrick in that bar.
Mhm.
So Kendrick's point is, you brought a nigga to our hood and let the nigga diss me. Then, when Game did a record for J-Rock, and when he showed up to shoot the video, the nigga had, he had a shiesty mask on. I believe it was a shiesty. And they was like, nigga, why the fuck you got that on? And Game said the label told him he couldn't show his face in the video. Then the nigga went and did, I can't remember who the fuck the other person was. He went and did somebody else's video day later, no shiesty mask. So niggas like, was it the label that really told you this? Or is it because you ain't want the nigga Drake to see you in a TDE video? But essentially, yeah, Kendrick was like, we from the same hood. You brought this nigga to our hood, and this nigga dissed me on this record. So I'm not fucking with you. Game has fucked up some of his relationships in the past. Now, the one place where I don't think Game was wrong, and this is up for debate, when 50 went at Nas and Fat Joe and Jada. He went at Jada and Joe for jumping on New York with Rule, and he went at Nas because Nas said something about 50 at a concert. So 50 expected, which Buck, Banks, Yayo, them niggas, Game felt like he did not have the right to. He was like, I grew up on Nas, I grew up on Kiss. I'm not gonna diss them niggas. I'm fans. And 50 called the nigga disloyal for that.
Mhm.
So I see both sides of the fence, right? I don't exactly expect a nigga to inherit my beef. But I guess if you look at every other member of G Unit at that time and they all is on this side of the fence and Game is like, I'm going to stay on this side because I fuck with Kiss, I fuck with Nas, I fuck with Fat Joe. I also see Game's point. I don't have no beef with these niggas. That's your beef.
What does that have to
Now,
do with Drake, though? Okay, come on. Yeah.
okay. So the thing was Game and Drake were cool. And Game has been steadfast in the whole, well, Drake is like my brother. No, Kendrick the homie, but Drake is like my brother. Nobody expected that nigga. I didn't expect Game to take a side. I really didn't. But then niggas start checking. You start checking the receipts.
At some point, everybody gonna take a side, especially if you're in the middle of two people.
Well, Drake is a funny nigga, and I'll get to that in a second. The first Super Bowl back in LA when SoFi Stadium was finally complete, Rams versus Bengals. Remember? The big, the game was good, don't get me wrong, but everybody's like, oh, this halftime show was for us 90s babies. Dre, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, M, 50, Anderson .Paak.
You're right.
Kendrick.
Yes.
There was one person who was not on that stage, and everybody's like, where's this nigga Game at? How the fuck you do this and don't have Game up there? Now remember, when Game and 50 started beefing, what did Dre do? 50 had sold millions of records. Dre and M kind of well, not M, because Game didn't have nothing to do with M, but he was directly signed to Aftermath. He was G Unit West Aftermath. Game essentially chose 50's side in that beef. And
Drake chose 50 side. Yeah.
Drake chose 50 side. So then Game ended up on Geffen. He was taken off of Aftermath, the whole situation. So he's not at the Super Bowl. Well, then Juneteenth 2024, a month after the beef, the pop out happens. Tommy the Clown, Steve Lacy, shout out to Steve Lacy. His new album is amazing. YG, Roddy Ricch, Dom Kennedy. Who the fuck else wasn't there? Basically, anybody from Compton, Blast, everybody was on that stage. And niggas looked around like, where is this nigga Game at? And Game was like, well, you know, Drake, my homie, this, that, and the third. The funny thing about the nigga Drake is the DeMar DeRozan shit, I understand. I get it. If this nigga got traded and he was upset and he came to your house and you like helped cheer the nigga up, and then the nigga appears on the stage dancing to a song where a nigga's calling you a PDF and appears in the video, I get it. This is hip hop. The nigga Dre said, we have your record company surrounded, put down the candy and let the little boy go. So it's not the first time niggas have put those allegations on men. I'm just being real. But I get it. That's that nigga's whole issue with the whole situation. It's not that I lost the beef, it's that you called me a PDF. So if a nigga's up there dancing, if he's going to be mad at DeMar DeRozan, I get it. Him and Russell Westbrook never really had a relationship. Bron didn't get on stage. Oh, well, Bron shouldn't have been there. Well, damn, Kawhi was there too, but I don't hear none of this smoke for Kawhi. That's why I think Drake is a funny nigga. Because it should be the same. Kawhi gets traded back to the Raptors. Obviously, that trade is on pause because of the situation. And Drake posted on his story on Instagram.
Still two totally different things. The level of relationship that them niggas had is two totally different things.
To a certain extent. When the Raptors tried to get Kawhi to stay, they had Drake come in for the meeting. Drake offered that nigga a small percentage of OVO to stay.
Drake has a big ass LeBron
but that's still
tattoo
another
on his arm.
relationship added on.
Yeah, that's a business relationship. That's not
okay, and that's fine. But if you go admonish Bron for being at the pop out, why the fuck is Kawhi not catching the same smoke?
Because the relationship is the same. That would be like
then Drake needs to stop acting like that because Kawhi was definitely in the Too Sexy video.
But still, that would be like, okay.
I mean, money is money at the end of the day. He's gonna make his money.
CT is my man. Man and $100 grand.
If a motherfucker's he's supposed to have his ass in here tonight too, but we gonna talk about that later. CT, I got you, nigga.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my bad.
So with him, let's just say, yeah. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, we good.
Let's just say it's I'm Drake. CT is Bron. We doing this. Nigga, I've been at your kids graduations and birthdays and this and vice versa. If somebody put some allegations on me that's not true, and I see you over there fraternizing with them niggas, I'm gonna be upset. Now, let's just say another person that I deal with, let's just say Dub. We've had business shit together. We've been out, this, and that, but it ain't the same level. If I see you fraternizing with them, I'm not going to look at that the same. Nowhere near the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business.
I feel that point.
Yeah, it's a business relationship versus
like you gotta mix,
relationship.
Like separate the relationships.
So, again, I covered this on my Patreon. Game has since responded after I finished recording. Game's point was this. Kendrick went and did Power. There was that one episode where Kendrick appeared on Power as a crackhead. And Game was like, I didn't know the nigga was mad at me for that reason. He was like, I didn't think nothing of it when Kendrick went and did that episode of Power. I was actually proud of him. A nigga putting Compton on the map in the acting world is a big deal. So at that point, then I'm like, okay, now I kind of understand where Game is coming from. He didn't think it was that deep of a situation. But at the same time, I see where they're both coming from. I see where Kendrick is coming from because the nigga came in our backyard and dissed me. That's why I'm like, okay, then that's a little different. But I also see where Game is coming from. Me and 50 do not fuck with each other. You were on that nigga's show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That was
saying?
like
Rule it.
the, hey, I'm on 50's show, like I'm on 50's side.
Yeah,
Almost.
the nigga Rule is like, Rule in 50. That's to the death type shit. And Rule is like, fuck that nigga. But I still tune in for Power every week. So I
We
just
be
think
like, we're
that
going
maybe
to.
some lines got crossed and some signals got crossed and shit like that. And he was like, "Nah, I really fuck with Dot. I didn't know that was the reason he was upset with me." I have a whole deep dive about it on my Patreon if y'all are interested. Patreon.com/Derrick Experience. The link will be in the episode details. But yeah, so that's the crux of it. Kendrick was just like, "Damn, the niggas in our backyard throwing shots at me." Um, Also, they say that Drake ran when niggas came outside with the sticks and whatnot. Like that
Because
Whack
he's a
100 story.
pussy.
Look, man, I get it. Like that's my whole issue with him. Just like calm down with the super tough guy raps. Just like it's not necessary, bro. It's not
That's
necessary. If you want to address niggas, because a lot of niggas, I think where Bron really fucked up. I don't necessarily believe like him being in the arena was one thing. It's that clip of Team USA warming up when they're playing Not Like Us, and Steph Curry was like, "Yo, there's other songs," and Bron was like, "Yo, I like the song," and I think at that point Drake was like, okay, this nigga, no, we're not fucking with this nigga no more. And the thing people don't realize, like, they like him and Steph ain't really close. And it's like, nigga, Aisha is married to fucking OVO Mark. Not
It's
Aisha's
her
cousin is
cousin.
OVO Mark. Yeah, like
Hmm.
they really have a real relationship. That's not
Mhm.
like some manufactured celebrity shit. That's literally her cousin. And Steph lived in Toronto when Dale played for the Raptors. So like them niggas kind of they didn't come up together, but like
But damn near. Like,
but it's
I
like
mean, for my wife to have
you
somebody like damn near in the
and your
industry,
my wife is related to a nigga that's basically one of your right hand men's, and you grew up in Toronto for a brief part of your life,
and you playing
so
a
we
nigga
have these
song
bonds.
and like
Yeah,
banging on a song like this is the shit. Yeah, I
I
wouldn't fuck with you
believe
either. Like we be
I really believe
gotta
that
talk.
video when that clip came out. I think that's really where Drake was like, "I'm off this nigga," because if you remember, the next day, like when they had their first actual game, Drake and Chubbs went on Instagram like, "Good luck to my brother Steph Curry, et cetera, KD." And then they didn't mention Bron, and everybody was like, "Oh, this nigga's definitely not fucking with him because he was on that Not Like Us shit."
Yeah. I mean,
So
at the end of the day, I don't think Brown wanted to do that. That was an OG call. Savannah don't fuck with Drake.
100%, 100%.
That was an
But there's
OG
like,
call. And shit, at the end of the day, if my wife don't fuck with you,
I
I
can't
hear
fuck
that a
with you.
lot too. Like my wife don't fuck with you. Like it's a done deal.
If you just Google pictures of like Savannah and like Savannah and Drake, like she's always giving that nigga like him and Brian be Kiki and Savannah be at the side like this fuck with this light skinned ass nigga, man. Fuck this
Oh,
nigga. She
she
does
don't fuck
not
with
like that
Drake.
nigga Drake. And I'm
Damn.
gonna be honest, academics saying that shit he said after the fact, that doesn't help. I would not be surprised if word didn't get back to Savannah like niggas was saying, like academics being like, nah, Brian on some bullshit. Him and Drake used to go on two mans. Like, that's a married man, nigga. Even if the shit is true and I'm not privy to that information, academics is a bitch for saying that shit. You don't do that. You don't fuck with another nigga's household. You don't fuck with
absolutely.
another nigga's household. And that's why niggas always want to knock his fucking head off. But so yeah, that's the whole crux of the game versus dot thing, like, and why they don't see eye to eye. And Game asked Stat Quo, he was like, because Stat and Justin were on their podcast, and the nigga Top called Stat, and he was like, Top Dog, he was like, Top Dog call him. He was like, well, nigga, take the call, and he was like, I see you doing your thing and you telling the story. He was just like, but don't leave the real shit out. And niggas was like, that ain't Top. And Stat showed his phone, and you could hear the nigga Top. And he was like, yo, turn the volume down because we can hear Top. And Top was like, look, he's acting like he don't know why the nigga Dot don't fuck with him. He don't fuck with the nigga because he brought that nigga in our backyard and dissed him. That's what that's about. See? You
Divine.
see it? Savannah side eyeing the fuck out that nigga Drake. She doesn't, and like Sterl said,
Bad.
that was an OG
Bad.
call. They got home. That
Yeah,
picture,
you're
I
right,
bet you they got
Sterl.
home.
Yeah.
They got in the car they got in the car and she was like, "Look, is you fucking with this clown ass nigga? Like, yo, I don't fuck
Like,
with
you
this
like
nigga."
him? You friends with him? I don't fuck with him.
Yeah, she felt a way about that nigga,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
OG call. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, you see when she was on them two chicks podcast and they was like, girls be dressing crazy. She was like, no, they don't. And they was like, yeah, the fuck they do.
She
They
probably
said some
addressed
shit
it on
that
her podcast too. I ain't gonna lie.
they said some shit that shocked Savannah. And then I thought about it. Everybody was like, why the fuck she acting like this? Savannah fronting like she wouldn't in the streets. And I was like, nigga, they've been together since they were in high school.
High school, yeah.
That
She
girl
not
ain't been in no
the
fucking streets.
She ain't
Yeah,
in no
Savannah
fucking
been with that
streets.
man since she was like 17 years
Yeah.
old. Nigga, she 40 now. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
She don't know nothing about that
The
fucking life. You
streets.
bitches.
If anybody
Yeah,
know
you
about the
bitches-
streets, it's Braun, but Braun is not even in the streets.
Yeah, like get the fuck. She don't know nothing about that. That she been with that man since they were
Yes.
17.
Yes.
Brian was like what, 18 or 19 when Bronny was born and shit. Like
Yes.
Savannah don't know none of that shit, man. Fuck out of here.
She been raising kids since she was before 20.
Yeah, what the fuck are we saying? So yeah, I don't. I see Game's point. I see both points. I see Dot's point. But when Game explained, he was like, I didn't feel no way when he went and did Power, knowing me and 50 don't fuck with each other. And I was like, well, you know what? This nigga actually has a really, really good point. You can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all. So shout out to Dot, shout out to Game. Game is finishing up his album. I'm not gonna lie, I think I would not be surprised if there were some shots thrown at Kendrick on the album. So we don't have to tune into that.
Low-key kind of excited to hear it, see what he got to say.
I mean, that's the thing is, this is what this has become.
Because a lot has already been said. So like, what else do you have?
Hip hop is in a state, like, I don't care because I don't know none of them niggas personally, but
yes,
Punch was not wrong for what he said to Kendrick. Let me be very clear. Like, we can talk about their era, that group of them: Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Meek, Wale. Pusha T went solo at that point because Malice had decided to find religion. So I will put Pusha in there, Mac Miller, Big Sean. Who else do we put in that class?
Wiz.
Wiz is in there. It's probably a couple more, but those Big Crit, all of them. ASAP Rocky is in that class. Them niggas were all super, super tight. Like, if any one of them niggas put out a mixtape, it was a feature from one of the rest of them niggas on there, or several of them niggas. That was probably the first time hip hop had been really, really unified since 50 fucked up New York beefing with everybody. Punch said to the nigga Kendrick, he was like, yo, niggas are too friendly right now. This is hip hop. Like, niggas should be hungry, and I don't feel like niggas is hungry. And that's when Kendrick, he recorded the Control verse. And Cole's version of the story kind of differs from Punch's story, but every version I've heard of the story is basically identical to what Punch said on R&B Money. From Cole and Puff getting into it at that club, Drake acting like he wasn't phased at first, and then Drake ran to Elliott Wilson fucking Crown series and was like, well, I just saw him right after the shit happened, and it was all hugs and handshakes. So those were some very, very, what did he say? He didn't say hurtful. I forgot what he said. And everybody was like, this is hip hop, dog. Like, and when they asked, Pusha was like, all right, my nigga Kendrick, I see you. When niggas asked Wale, did it upset you that Kendrick put your name in that verse? He was like, nigga, it would have upset me if he didn't put my name in that verse. That means he doesn't rate me among the best.
Yeah.
Only two niggas really got upset about it: Drake and Jay Electronica. Everybody else is like, all right, nigga, you supposed to feel like that. That's rap. Every nigga should feel like he's better than the next nigga. That there's like this separate universe where maybe the Control verse doesn't happen and all these niggas still doing songs with each other. But in the here and now, that's just not the case. Drake beefed with Meek after it. Drake beefed with Chris Brown. Wale and Meek beefed on the same fucking label. Like, who the fuck ain't beef? You know what I'm saying? I think the most egregious thing was Future lying to us and telling us he heard the verse when we heard it. Like, nigga, if you really weren't there when the album was being mixed, That's some. If any nigga could tell you that and it would be believable, it is Future, because he just seems like he just about chasing hoes, and I mean he's proved that with all them fucking kids. But I don't believe that Future didn't hear that verse till we heard it. I just will never believe that. There's no getting me to believe that he heard like that at the same time the rest of us heard it. But ever since that beef, man, a lot of people made a lot of money off that beef. A lot of people on YouTube made a lot of money off that beef. I wish we could put the shit to bed. I really do. Because now it's branched off into this Dot versus Game thing.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did
and
Drake
I
branch off
versus
from
honestly would have
that.
Rocky.
thought that it would have died off a while ago. I know when the song came out and the Crip walking on the stage and all that stuff. I knew all about it, but like I
Well,
thought by now, like it's almost a year now.
okay.
Like the
No,
song
it's
is
over that.
old.
No. We're past that. It's 2 years. It was May 4th of 2024. We're 2 years
Okay,
past this.
there you
There
go
are some
then.
reasons to be. Now, a lot of niggas, Ross
That's
jumping
also the
in and
reason why
calling
it
Drake.
came back up though, because it died off for so long. Because it died off for a little
Well,
while, a little bit.
well, Ross shouldn't have jumped in that shit. Kanye shouldn't have jumped in that shit. If Ross felt the way about Drake not clearing a verse for French, then French and Drake need to have that conversation. French and Drake should have had that conversation.
The conversation, or at the end of the day, if I'm already beefing with the nigga and my man start beefing with the nigga, yeah, I might punch him first. So I get that, and I ain't mad at it. But this little, if Kendrick and Game are on a collision course, it ain't got nothing to do with Drake. It was going to be that way regardless, because at the
It
end
was
of the
good. Well,
day,
here's the thing. Kendrick is not going to respond to that nigga. Game been sneak dissing that nigga for a minute. Kendrick ain't responding. That's the problem.
it depends on if he goes out if he drops his album and he
He would
does a
have.
full-fledged attack, then
He would have to, and then Kendrick would wake up and be like, "All right, well, nigga, let's play now."
it was inevitable for it to happen. At the end of the day, they're not only
It's just
going
like
for
they going. It's the king of who's the king of the West Coast at this point.
that's what it's for. And at
Like
the end of the
Jay
day,
and Nas.
Game still
Who's
thinks
the
he
king of New
deserves
York?
that title. Game still thinks he
But
deserves that title.
but here's the thing. Somebody made this point, and I was like, you know what? He's not wrong. Game fucks up his relationship with a lot of people. The 50 shit again. I feel Game. I don't have to diss Nas, Jadakiss, and Fat Joe just because you and Buck and them niggas dissing him. Right? Now, 50's like, well, nigga, I gave you the first 4 singles off your album, and I pushed my album back to give your album runway. So, does he owe 50 that? I don't know.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
yeah, because the documentary wouldn't be what the fuck it was or is without those 4 records. So, you know what? I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, your OG thought it was still imperative enough to pair you with 50.
50, yeah.
Dre
Because he
made that
couldn't figure
call.
out what Dre shelved a lot of niggas, unfortunately, which is really sad. You know what I'm saying? Like Eve, we know Eve was with Aftermath first before she got with Rough Riders. She got shelved. And then when she blew up on Rough Riders, Dre was like, all right, well, come on back. Let's talk now. I love Dr. Dre, but like, yeah, he has shelved a couple of niggas. Like, you know, like we just being real. But his relationship with 50 by proxy fucked up his relationship with Dre. M don't really fuck with Game. There's other people that don't really fuck with Game because of some of his antics and shit like that. Game has done that to himself. We're getting an echo again. If they do happen to butt heads, if it does happen, I'm here for it. I know what, but I'm going to call it like I see it. Drake fans are looking for anybody to latch onto to go against Kendrick. And that's what it's going to be. Game. It's going to be Dot versus Game with all of Drake homeboys and all his legion of fans behind it as well. Now you got people thinking that Drake paid to has this smear campaign against YG. So like this shit is getting real messy and nasty and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm to the point where I it's hip hop, so I like it, but at the same time, it's like, my nigga, it was 2 years ago. Now, to Dymon's point, the reason that beef didn't die down, Drake did himself no favors by bringing a fucking suit against UMG over the song. That's what made it worse.
Then that's why everything is still going on right now.
That's what made it worse. That in my estimation, that made it worse. If Drake had just went back and laid low, then who knows? Lay
Yeah.
low, like get in the studio, make some good. He put out a lot of bad music after that beef too. Like the nigga did a cover of "Hey There, Delilah," and people keep forgetting that. Like,
Drake's
why
music
the
has been sucking. Like he's just putting out albums and they honestly
For
trash.
All the Dogs is bad. Iceman is a pretty good album. Those other two albums, the Habibti album is pretty good. That Maid of Honor, I just no.
People want to
Um
hype it up because it's Drake and they love Drake, but
that's exactly
the
what they doing. Like he
lyrics,
went 3 for 3, and it's like he did not go for 3 for 3. Like y'all
no,
can't call this man the best rapper in the world, and he's making
hell,
techno music. We can't keep
hell
doing this,
no.
bro.
He's not the best. He
But
used to do really great. 3 for 3, he has 3 for 3 albums out, yes, but like
I think
he's
burnt
not the
out.
best. Yes,
I think he's burnt out, and I think he's
yes,
creatively bankrupt at the moment. But the fact of the matter is, he
yes. He needs to
signed that
take a break.
goddamn deal. He can't. He signed that deal with Universal, and he had to commit so much music, so much content to that deal. That's why you got to remember, Scorpion came out June of 2018. How many
Mhm.
projects has Drake put out since then?
Hella,
He's
okay.
like, let's just check his fucking discography since 2018.
Like a lot, like music wise, like you just named 3 albums that was past 2018. So like,
Okay, so Scorpion is 2018, right?
yeah.
Certified Lover Boy is 2021. Honestly, Nevermind is 2022. For All the Dogs is 23. Iceman, Habibti, Maid of Honor are all 2026. What they're not counting is Her Loss with 21 Savage, which was 22. Some Sexy Songs with You, Party Next Door, which is 2025. And then he had them EPs, the
Is
Scary
Drake
Hours EP.
Sexy's baby daddy?
No, God, no. No. She had them
Cause
kids before.
he almost making it seem like he the baby daddy of her most recent kid. That's why.
She got pregnant like right around her blow up. That nigga's not that baby's father. But what Drake is kind of doing is taking a page out of Puff playbook. Whoever was hot, like Puff is in jail and we're still talking about him. So that should tell you something,
Yes.
right?
He's the topic of the
Bad boy
conversation everywhere.
Bad Boy's heyday was, we'll say, Ready to Die came out in 94. I think Bad Boy's heyday was over by, if you don't include Day 26 and Danity Kane and shit like that, Sterling, what would you say? You muted.
Um, it would be heyday. It would be the end of Mace. That would be the end
So
of it.
that's so
That
that's
would be
98.
Well, he dropped one album after that, and that was bullshit. So I don't even count that.
Double Up. What year is Double Up? Double Up is 2000 maybe?
2000, 2001. So
I was still in high school and I graduated in 2000. Hold on, let's see.
So then it would be 2000 then.
You graduated in 2000, Derrick?
Actually, Double Up came out June 15th of 99.
Dang.
So yeah, Harlem World was 98. So yeah, 98, 99 would be the end of their heyday because they only came back with
hold on.
Shine.
Peaches and Cream is 2000 because I was a freshman in college when that came out.
I still don't count that because that's R&B.
You don't count Peaches and Cream?
No.
Well, yeah,
R&B.
but
and even then they weren't even the top of their shit. Jagged Edge was still above them.
Love them.
I think that's apples and oranges.
I know I wasn't born yet. But like I'm gonna tell you right now, yes.
We're not gonna shit on 112. We're not doing
never.
That.
I wasn't even thought of, but like but yes.
The key word is heyday.
Their peak.
Mace, the last time that they was on top of the world, Mace was number one.
Okay, so wait a minute. Then what is Puff's peak? Because Diddy's first album, No Way Out, is 97. And then Puff has some joints after that. Pastor Cavassier is after that. Now
that
I know
ain't his
that's
joint. That's a
That's a
Buster
Buster
joint.
record.
Yeah.
True. Wait, A Bad Boy for Life is like 2000. I was definitely in college when that happened because that was. I remember the first time I heard Bad Boy for Life, I was chilling with Emily next door when I heard that record.
So what you're saying is you got to go off the key word is peak. Puff did what he had to do to stay on other niggas' records to keep, because you got to think
Well,
he
yeah,
did the joint with
that
Nelly and
was
Murph and all that
that was
shit.
the point that I was making to Dymon. Like Drake is taking a page out of Puff's playbook. Whoever is absolutely burning hot at the moment, he's going to attach himself to that person. He's done it
Yeah,
with a lot of these R&B girls and stuff like that. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that
for
I heard of
sure.
Yebba before she appeared on Certified Lover Boy. I didn't know who Pimmy was till she appeared on Some Sexy Songs for You. Drake knows how to pick those people out.
And
I don't
Sexy
ever
was
want to hear
already in that limelight, like you
yeah,
said. He kind of got
she was already
intertwined with her after she said that she was gonna get that lipstick called Chlamydia out. And
yeah,
everybody, she's
he
getting so
attached
much
himself.
controversy. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
attached himself at that point. So like we said, Puff's Bad Boys heyday was quite some time ago. I was still in high school, and that lets you know how long ago it was. But the fact of the matter is, here we are, almost 30 years later, and if we talking in terms of true totality, if Ready to Die is the first real album that we consider a classic on Bad Boy, and it's one of the first Bad Boy releases, that was 94. It is 2026, and we having a conversation about Puff. Whether he be in prison or not, the nigga was still relevant.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And I think that Drake has found himself that particular lane. I don't know if the music will ever be as good as it was. And I'm not here to say that there's a lot of Drake shit that came out post Scorpion that I don't think is good. There's some of it I do think is good. But I'm not a 21 Savage fan, so doing a whole album with 21 Savage to me just doesn't make any sense. I like the fucking Him and Party album. I think that's much better than the 21 Savage album. The Honestly Never Mind, that house music album. Yeah, no, this doesn't like you're supposed to be the best rapper in the world, and there's only one record on here where you really rapping, and then the beat change and 21 Savage come on some bullshit. No, I'm not feeling that. For All the Dogs is objectively a terrible fucking album. I think we can all agree that is literally Drake's worst album in his whole discography.
Yeah, start to
Yeah.
finish, I didn't really like it, to be honest.
Nobody
Honestly,
does. Nobody
a
remembers
lot of the new
anything.
music he's coming out with, like, I'm not fucking with it.
It feels like he's mailing it in. And now he just posted a picture the other day. He was recording in his living room. It was like, oh, Drake is back in the studio. It's like, bro, you just dropped 3 albums. Let it breathe. Let it fucking breathe. Go out and live life and experience life and have something to come back and talk about. I don't have a problem with him rapping about what happened 2 years ago because, yeah, if the nigga Khaled was like, I got 2 Drake records, but you ain't say nothing when niggas was bombing on me, I understand where Drake coming from. Shit, must be some other Drake. Must be Drake Bell. I'm not clearing them verses. You ain't said shit. I can't be mad at him. Like, the nigga does some crazy shit, but at the same time, it is what it is. So, lastly, getting back to what we were originally about to talk about, A$AP Rocky was on Jason Lee's show, and the conversation came up about him and Drake beefing. Rocky responded to Drake's Burning Bridges diss, where Rocky said famously, "That's stupid. She posted my album." Look, man, show us on the doll where she hurt you, Drake. Like, you've been with a million women all around the world.
Popped up with a
Is
baby and everything, like,
Rihanna is bad, but brother, just let it go. Let it go.
it's a dub for that. Like, yes, let that go.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you,
A$AP ain't even letting it go, so you might as well, like, let it go.
pride comes before the fall. Him dissing that girl on that fucking album was ridiculous. Especially considering Anti came out in fucking February of 2016 and you based the diss around that. But I feel Rocky, nigga. You just gonna keep dissing the mother of my children, bro. What are we doing? Like, what the fuck are we doing for real?
No,
That's unnecessary.
Yes.
So Rocky says he accuses Drake of orchestrating smear campaigns against him. He's like, it's weird like that, like everybody that moved on with their lives and motherfuckers still strung up on that. It's just bugged out to me, and the weird internet antics and smear campaigns, we see right through that shit. Then when asked about the fact, Jason Lee was like, well, you took his girl. Rocky said, no, I did not. I didn't take him. She was with the Saudi Arabia nigga, and then I got with her. He was not in the picture. And he was like, nothing compares to a Harlem nigga. It had nothing to do with Drake. And Rihanna was running around like niggas. When niggas was like, Rihanna ain't making no more albums because she got makeup and Fenty lingerie. Rihanna got that Saudi nigga, and she was like, yeah, this album shit is for the bird.
Yeah, she seen that paper.
Yeah,
And then she started making her own. Yeah.
We ain't got a
still
Rihanna
talking
album.
At this point.
10 years. 10 years was the last time we got a Rihanna album.
And I bet you the next time she come out with an album, it's going to be popping.
I don't think we getting another one.
You're not
I think it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it might not be. We might not be, honestly. And if she does come out with one more, I think it'll be just one more. But because she got all this other stuff with makeup, Fenty, and all that, I don't think so either. I think like that part of her life she's on to the next chapter.
She's doing the right thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. Music is cyclical; it goes through cycles.
Yes.
There was a time where everybody was doing that Atlanta's trap rap, snap rap shit. D4L was the hottest niggas in the street for a minute. Niggas forget that, right?
Nicki, all them. Cardi took over for Nicki.
Everybody has a peak, and eventually you come down. If Rihanna had still been making music, more than likely she would have already reached her highest peak and her potential. I can tell you one thing. As sure as the day is long, you always gonna need something to cover your motherfucking ass. Keep selling underwear. Because niggas will never stop buying drawers. Right? And not only is she selling women's, she's selling men's as well. And them Fenty men's boxers, them shits are comfortable. Number 2.
So you got some. The clothes is comfortable too. And the makeup is great, ladies.
Bingo. So number 2. Women want to get dressed out. They want to put on their face. This girl is selling them makeup. Why the fuck she would ever go back and record? Like, if Rihanna went back in a studio and recorded an album, it would 100%. No, it would have to be for the love of the game. I don't think she's at a point.
Yeah, she won't get broke. You're right.
Yeah, she would really have to fuck up her money to end up broke. Like, Nicki going broke is a product of her husband running up that credit card every day and her paying legal bills and shit like that.
Because he doesn't do anything, does he?
The nigga can't be around kids. What can he do? Fuck are we talking about?
He can't be around kids?
That nigga has a charge.
Yeah, he got a whole pedophile charge. And her brother too.
That nigga.
So she had a baby by this man. Oh my.
That's
why everybody's so mad at her. Honestly, like I knew he had something going on with him. I just didn't know everything because I didn't look into it.
Well, first of all, when they moved to California, he failed to register as a sex offender. There's a dot over their fucking house. And her brother is a sex offender as well. So when she starts cozying it up to Donald Trump, everybody's like, are you looking for a pardon for your family or do you really fuck with Trump? And at this point, the lines are very blurred. I think I can't tell. She called Donald Trump a handsome person. And I'm like, wait, we talking about this? Like, I'm not like gay or nothing, but like, no homo. We talking about Donald Trump. You think that nigga's attractive?
He's not. Let's put that out there right now for everybody, even for the community, our community to know. Yeah, he's not handsome. There's nothing great about the guy. It's just money. Money talk.
Yeah, like
and it don't matter about how much money you got. Like money talk at the end of the day.
Searching for a presidential pardon, I mean,
probably the best thing she could do. I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody wants their family behind bars, but I'm gonna tell you this. If your brother touched them kids, which has been proven that he did, then no, that nigga, like, if that was my brother and they be like, you want your brother out? No, that nigga's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
He's where he needs to be.
Yes.
We can't just keep giving passes to our family members because they do fucked up shit and be like, but that's my family. Well, your family's fucked up, bro.
Donald Trump got the same allegations too, so.
Birds of a motherfucking feather flock together. That's all I'm saying. So, Robin, I'm gonna call you Robin because I don't know why we still call you Rihanna. Why the fuck? Why would she record another album? Like,
it would just be for the love of the game. I mean, I got
a
little bit of time on my hands, and boom.
When she got on the stage with Hov, and she was like, she said, "Y'all gotta forgive me, I'm rusty." That tells you she ain't thought nothing about no fucking music.
Music.
She popped out as a favor to Hove because Hove helped change her life. That's all that is. And I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all.
No, she did her justice in the game, I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah.
she did
And
her
she went
thing
out
while
on
she
top.
was out. Yeah.
Thank you. And
Yes.
Quiet as Kept, I know everybody will say Lemonade, Lemonade, Lemonade. Anti is a better album than Lemonade. That was the best album that came out from a female artist that year. I don't care what anybody says.
I love Beyonce, but she's not a better artist than Rihanna.
Yeah, that's subjective.
Yeah, subjective. That album, Anti, is definitely a better album.
It's 100% better than Lemonade
Anti
is.
you know what? A better album
I will say,
than Lemonade.
in my
Lemonade
opinion,
only got a few good songs on the album.
I think thematically, Lemonade is more of a journey because it goes through her journey of hurt and what her and Jay had to go through and stuff like that. And also, Lemonade was it was vindication for Solange because niggas like, yo, why is Solange going upside Jay head in this fucking elevator? And it's like, yo, this nigga was like playing in my sister's face. This is why I went upside the nigga head. And Quiet as Kept, Sterl, I know you were, when 50 did that shit, when 50 did that voiceover, that 50,
funny as hell.
that was the funniest shit. Like, 50 does a lot of crazy shit. But ain't nothing funnier than him being like, Jay, don't you ever put your fucking filthy hands over me. What'd she say? Nigga, I'm from Houston.
I'm from Houston, nigga.
Bro, I was fucking crying.
That nigga
Shout out to that
Still
nigga
crying,
Fifth,
y'all.
man. Shout out to that nigga Fifth, man. That's a crazy, crazy nigga, man. But yeah, music's in a strange place. It's crazy that rappers have to become streamers and podcasters and to this point, I understand why somebody would sign with a label because they want that check. But if I got to do, like, the artists are doing their own marketing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember the first time, I think Take Care, when Drake posted the Take Care out, like, I was like, what is this? They was like, that's the album cover. I was like, no, this is not the album cover. It turns out it was the album cover. He posted it on Instagram. And that's from that point on, every rapper and artist have been posting their album or mixtape cover on Instagram. You don't need the label to do a lot of the shit that they would do back in the day. You just don't. Radio play is almost archaic because we have streamers now.
Mm-hmm.
So why, again, I understand why somebody would sign to a label because you want that money on, but at the same time, I would be like, don't sign with the label unless you make the deal that works for you. Make sure you have ownership. Make sure you can get your masters. If you can't,
you ain't gonna
get your
get none of
masters
that
right
shit
now
without leverage anyway. So you might as well head down, get to it, and then once you get to the money and you get it, at that point you weigh out the option. Do I keep going and keep the money for myself, or do I bring them in and partner and use the leverage I got to get the deal out?
Like, if you're going to give your music to a label, if you can do a licensing deal, license the music to them. That would be in your best interest. But like Sterl said, if you don't have the leverage, you might have to take the nigga deal to start out.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to. The fucked up part is when they created the 360 deal, that was really fucked up because not only are you in my pocket on record sales, you're getting my tour receipts, my merch, and all types of stuff, which is really fucked up because that's how artists ate because they made very little on their album sales, to be honest with you. But if you can leverage the deal, get the best deal that you can. And if you can't leverage the best deal, get the best deal you can without leverage. But try to see if you can recoup your masters quicker than, 30 fucking years. Warren G is still fighting Def Jam for his masters on his fucking album, like that with regulators and shit. That shit came out in like 93, 94, bro. That's crazy. Crazy as shit. So, yeah, do what's best for you, man, but just make smart business decisions. Anyway, I don't have anything else. Y'all got anything? That's it. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up and put it to bed. I believe Jasmine will be back next week. We'll have a full show. I hope Kobe's gonna be back as well. I hope he's enjoying Spider-Man. I'm gonna try to get out and see the Odyssey this weekend. I haven't seen that, but I've heard amazing things about it. So I want to see it in IMAX, which is very hard to do in St. Louis. We don't have very many IMAX theaters, but I'm gonna try to get out and see the Odyssey.
Bad as hell out there.
Look, St. Louis is getting a bad rap. I don't appreciate it. The city sometimes can be a war zone. It's still
Kansas City
home. All
too,
right.
though. Kansas
I'm
City
a,
is horrible, honestly.
yeah, y'all niggas act crazy up there too. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Honestly, I think
Niggas like, you know what
it
I'm
might be
saying?
almost worse than St. Louis right now. We might be neck and neck at this point. It's like day
It's
after day
very
after
fucking close.
day.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
like, be safe out there
It's
wherever
very
you
close.
go in the world. You know, get to your kids before the world gets to your kids, and have fun with it.
True that. First episode, Diamond. Any thoughts?
No, it's cool. It's chill. It's a lot to talk about. You know, it's a lot that's happening in the world.
It
It's
is
part of the reason why I said like get
definitely,
to their kids before the world gets to your kids, because so much stuff is
man.
happening out here and you just don't know. But be safe.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
All right, man. Let's go do it for us. Derrick, Daniel, Ocean, Big Money, Sterl, Diamond in the Rough. We will be back next week with more fuckery, of course. As always, this is Pause Menu Society. It has been a pleasure, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
I